ordinary people will be running for Bhakti. I never say Mukti. Please make me free. আরেকটা বই রয়ে গেছে দিতে পারো দেখো দেখি another book হ্যাঁ ওইখানটাই আছে ওইখানটা নেই ওই যেখানটা থাকে না তার কঠোপনিষদের নিচে পড়ে গেছে হয়তো so it says that bhakti and mukti, two things are really to be understood. Mukti means I am in bondage. I am in this suffering of life and death. I want to get out of it. But bhakti and real devotion is that where shall I go? This whole world is nothing but God. God is playing with me in the form of my friend, in the form of my mom, dad, brother, sister, relative, in the form of my enemy, in the form of my lover, beloved. It is He playing with me. And where shall I go? What shall I attain anymore? I'm happy to be here. That's a bhakta. They want to enjoy the bliss. They don't think I am bound. Bound means somebody has make you bound. But freedom here it is bhaktas feels that I am one. I am my beloved is one, but we are playing in being as if differentiated. So this is a statement from Shukadev, who is talking to about defining about bhakti and mukti. So though it is hard, try to follow the Sanskrit. Rajan, you know much. You can chant loudly. Because others
I don't know Sanskrit.
Huh? Devnagari, you don't know. You speak Hindi.
Devnagari.
And Devnagari is Sanskrit. What is the difference? Devnagari script and Sanskrit is the same. There is no two difference. Same I, you say. Same. Rajan Patir Guru. I mean, let me read a little, then you will be reading. That will be good. First, observe what I read. Rajan Patir Guru Ralang Bhavata Jadunam. Rajan Patir Gurulang Bhavata Jadunam. Daivang Priya Kulapati. Daivam Priya Kulapati Kvachaking Karuva Kvachaking Karuva Astyevam Abhavagang Bhajatang Astyevam Bhajatang Bhagavan Mukundo Bhagavan Mukunda Mukting Dadasi Karhichit Hi Bhakti Yogam Mukting Dadati Karhichit Nahi Bhakti Yogam. What it says, English translation, let us read. O King, Lord Krishna has been to you of the Pandu's race and to the Jadavas, master, respect, teacher, deity for worship, leader, dear friend, and even a servant sometimes. Indeed, to those who worship him, the Lord may grant mukti, but rarely bhakti, devotion. Meaning, he is talking to King Parikshit. King is the, you know that story, that King Parikshit, the whole Bhagavat was taught to Parikshit, the King Parikshit. That story again, that the King Parikshit went to hunting and he felt thirsty and was searching for drinking water. Then he hunting every corner and didn't find anything, was so dying of drinking some water. So found this small hut in a distance and went and found that one man is sitting and meditating. So he humbly, the king of the country, humbly requested, Sir, I am very thirsty, could you please give me a glass glass of water. But he was deep in his contemplation, so he didn't hear it. But the king requested second time, third time, and king, because he was thirsty, he was a very noble king, but at the same time being thirsty, he thought he's faking. He cannot hear my this appeal. 3 times I am requesting. Thus he got mad, as we do when we get mad, we lose our common sense. And then he took a dead snake and put around his neck, thinking, Lord Shiva wears a snake. So you are a great Shiva yogi. So this is your nice ornament. So he did that and put around the neck of that yogi and went away. And his son, he was a rishi, he was a great rishi. Rishi means the seer of truth. So his son was playing in somewhere else. And when he came and saw a garland in the neck of his dad, who is totally oblivious of the outside world, so he got mad. And he then said, who has done this? Whoever has done, he will die within 7 days by the bite of this venomous cobra. And it is the word of the mouth comes out of a holy people. They are all powerful people. Because of their truthfulness. Whatever they say, that should be true. So when the king understood later on that I have not done a good job. But when he heard the son has cursed him, his father was really upset with it. When he wake up, he was oblivious what has happened, he didn't know even. And when his son was saying, you don't see that your neck, this dead snake, who has given it? So he will have to die. He has insulted you. How can he insult you? I cannot tolerate that insult. So I have cursed and he will have to die within 7 days. And the king then gave up all his kingdom to his next son. And this Parikshit is in the lineage of Krishna.
Arjun's grandson.
Arjun's grandson. So Arjun is a friend of Krishna. And Krishna played with Arjun like a friend and everything
Then
like
not only that is Subhadra and Arjun, their son is Abhimanyu. Subhadra and Arjun. Subhadra is Krishna's sister. Their son is Abhimanyu and their son is Parikshit. So that is why Subhadra's grandson, Arjun Subhadra. So that in that way he has the blood from Krishna. Abhimanyu and Uttara. Uttara and Abhimanyu was Abhimanyu got married to Uttara. So Abhimanyu's mother was Subhadra. Yes. She was Krishna's sister.
So the lineage, that's why I'm saying the blood of Krishna is there in their family. And he was such a king, that relationship, I don't remember, they remember. So Subhadra is the Abhimanyu's mother. Abhimanyu's mother. And he was
Parikshit's grandmother.
Parikshit's grandmother.
So Subhadra is grandmother, so naturally Krishna will be something like grandfather. Because, yeah. Parikshit. You know, in Mahabharata Yuddha, Abhimanyu Chakravarti.
Yeah. Anyhow, so when he gave up his kingdom, but the whole country was upset with that. The whole community of sages and holy people of the country, they are so upset that this such a good king, if he dies, then what will be the condition of our whole country? And somebody has cursed, okay, just do some penance and but don't give up the kingdom and go for making yourself ready for death. But Parikshit said, no, it is enough. I have seen the world enough. Let me prepare for my last days. And the whole community of the sages went into a place that is a uh, where it is called the Bhagavat was taught. And he was there, and the sages were talking about Noimisharanya. One Aranya is the forest. Its name was Noimisharanya. So in that whole place, he retired for last 7 days to die, and all holy people followed him. And then he encouraged them to talk about God, so that last days he will think of God and die. And when he arrived and he was going on, then Shukadev, Baso, son of Baso, he just arrived. He was ever free soul. So he roams around here and there, and he was roaming around and encircled by some kids, innocent kids. And they came, and then entire community stood up with reverence to the Shukadev, and Parikshit also stood up, the king, and he bowed down to Shukadev and said, "Sir, please take your seat and teach me something about uh, God, and tell me about the glory of the Lord Krishna, his life and his message and all." Then, listening to that, Shukadev started talking. And this, what is here, it is this big volume is that all Bhagavat is the conversation between the king and the Shukadev. And he heard it from Father Vyaso and like that. Those days there is no written book, all in the brain. Memory, memory, memory. They have incredible memory. Anyhow, so then this conversation came, and this Parikshit, that's why he is talking here. The Parikshit is the questioner, and Shukadev is responding. That Shuko, that's why it says the Shuko on page 118 in the bottom. Shuko on how bhakti is higher value than mukti is now talking about that. Rajan Putir Gururalang Bhavatang Jadunang Devang Priyam. So we have read that. O King Parikshit, Krishna is your Lord. Parikshit's grandfather, no? Krishna will be grandfather. Parikshit's father is Abhimanyu, and his father is
Arjun.
Yeah,
grandmother is
Subhadra. Why Subhadra's lineage that in that line? Rather grandmother and Krishna. Grandmother and Krishna. So, King Parikshit, you are here. So you have this lineage that you have. Your Krishna is your Lord, and he is the savior of the entire Jadu clan. He is your well-wisher. Krishna is always well-wisher of the Parikshit and Arjuna's family, Arjuna's brothers. Your tutelary deity, when you are student, he is your deity. The chief of the clan, of your Jadu clan. You are the At times, he means the Krishna is also your servant. Why servant? Servant means who does service to you. He is your servant. We in a polite language you call attendant. Servant is a very little crude word, but if anyone gives a glass of water, what do you say? Serving. Serving with a glass of water. That service. And that way it's called that he is your servant, means he obeys you. You ask for something and he gave you. Acting as a charioteer and serving in other capacities. No, Arjuna is a lord of the world, but Arjuna said that you be my chariot driver. So you call it driver. Uber driver. Lifty driver. So Krishna took that role. So God, the Lord of the universe, were your servant. Actually, Krishna was your teacher, your family king and heritage, the chief of the clan, he was your friend. So this is the Krishna whom you lived with in your ancestry. All these relations he bears to his devotees, as a teacher, as a friend, as a servant, when you get bhakti. If you get bhakti, devotion for God, then God becomes like you. Sometimes he protects you, sometimes becomes supporter of you, sometimes serves you. So he sometimes becomes teacher, sometimes becomes your student. So that's why God is bound. God is bound to a bhakta. That's why bhakti is higher. That is the reason. All these relations he bears to his devotees. He may also dispense mukti, but rarely bhakti. But he normally does not want to be so intimate so that he has to slave. She has to be bound in so many ways. That's why he gives mukti, or you get freedom. Freedom he can give easily, but he does not easily grant this devotion. That is it. So next verse, 102. Shadri chino hi ayang loke, Shadri chino hi ayang loke, Pantha kshemo kuto bhayaha, Pantha kshemo akuto bhayaha, Shushila sadhavo yatra, Shushila sadhavo yatra, Narayana parayana, Narayana parayana. But it says the path of devotion is indeed excellent because it contributes to well-being in every way, and because it is free from fear of every kind. Path of bhakti, bhakta does not fear. Bhagavan is his own. He feels he is my own. Huh? When dualistic worship, God is sitting in the heaven. He will send you to hell if you do wrong thing. The concept of hell, there is a fear element in that God. When devotion comes, you don't fear anymore. He is my own. So that is, they are talking about the path of devotion is excellent in this way because it contributes to well-being in every way. It brings all auspiciousness because you are playing with the Lord, you are praying to God. God is your helper, God is your supporter, God is your friend, God is your mother. So you feel that type of relationship, so you don't fear anymore. All the dualistic religion, there is starts with this type of fear element. Even in Vedic time, you will find that the people are praying to Indra, Chandra, Rudra. Oh Rudra, don't kill us. As if God is there to kill you. Because it's primitive idea of spirituality. Primitive idea of spirituality, if you do good, you will be rewarded. If you do bad, then you will be given a good blow. Behave properly. Otherwise you get punished. So that type of feeling is there. But for Bhakta, there is no question. Why they are making noise? Acha, it is free from fear and everything. In this path are to be found innumerable devotees of Narayana who are full of benevolence and holiness. Those who are really lovers of God, you will find so many devotees there. And you can associate with them. And as we are talking yesterday, it is called the একটু সরিয়ে নাও দেয়ালে ঠেকছে বলে শব্দ হচ্ছে now you see I don't know. So yesterday we are reading in the gospel hemp smoker. Bhaktas are like a hemp smoker. One hemp smoker sees another hemp smoker, they feel excited. Huh? So bhaktas are like that. They are Ramakrishna said, there is no caste amongst the bhaktas. In India, there is caste system: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, working class, lower class, untouchable class, high class, Brahminic class, warrior class. There is no class when it is bhakta. You love God, I love God. Finish. Look at this beautiful Ramakrishna order. There is no distinction. You love God, I love God. So we are all together. It does not depend you are born here or you are born there, or you are a Christian, or you are a what you call Jewish person, or you are a Muslim. It matters little in our order. That question does not arise. Bhakta has no distinction. Who loves God, we are all children of God. So see how harmony and peace the bhaktas can create. This Vedantic bhakta, that is the that should be careful. Or your fanatic bhakta is very, they love their own group. They equally hate the other group. My group is all holy. Your group, I can go and kill. You are wrong. My group, my path is the only path. So this is the fanatic bhakta. But we are not talking about fanatic bhakta. We are talking about Vedanta bhakta, the oneness. And really, God is only one. Every religion says that. So if anyone loves God, we are all same, in the same path. So they don't fear. So they will find the path are to be found innumerable in this path. Suppose you move in this path, you can find innumerable such devotees of Lord Narayana who are full of benevolence and full of holiness. So they will also help you. You make a journey, they will also come to your help. There is Bhakta loves the Bhakta. Swami Brahmananda, he was in where? In Vrindavan. And he was Vrindavan or where? Or Bhuvaneshwar, I do not know. Anyhow, someplace. No, not Bhuvaneshwar, Puri. Maybe Puri or Vrindavan, maybe. So he was, at the midnight, he was sleeping. And another subtle holy person came and he pushed him and wake up. Get up, get up, get up, and sit. Sit with me. Sit with me and meditate with me. So he started meditating. He started meditating, and Maharaj started meditating. No? So these are the friends. Bhakta with a Bhakta. He is a Bhakta. He is helping some other Bhakta. The night time, not sleep. Get up, let us do together meditation. So he says there are many, many benevolent such devotees we find in the path of devotion. Sukha on the excellence of the path of devotion. So these are the glorification of the path of bhakti. Here the other translation says the sukha, the path of devotion is excellent. Why? Because it is attended with welfare and there is no fear arising out of it. In this path will be met well-behaved and benevolent devotees of Lord Narayana. So if you are not alone in this journey, you will always feel that you are supported by other devotee, class of devotee, a group of devotee. Next one, 100. This is a big one, but go slowly, then you will be able to read. Te deva siddha parigita pavitra gatha. Te deva siddha parigita pavitra gatha. Ye sadhava samadrisho bhagavat prapannaha. Ye sadhava samadrisho bhagavat prapannaha. Tanno pasidata harer gadaya bhigupta. Tanno pasidata harer gadaya vigupta naishang bayang chana baya prabhumamadande naishang bayang chana baya prabhumamadande. It's too hard. But try to read, because it is Bhagavat, it is Sanskrit. You will never get a chance to read that. Even you do mistake, then fear will go away. If you can read this difficult Sanskrit, there is nothing in the world more difficult than that. And Sanskrit has its own spiritual energy. Even that's why I am reading word by word. My eyes reading in one word to the next word to the next word. Letter. Follow the letters. Don't need to understand the meaning. That will be much deeper. You will have to then go to the word by word meaning and make a continuous sentence of it. So that takes long time. So had we been little bit advanced in Sanskrit, we could have done that. But I am just reading to honor the original. Where you read original Sanskrit in Bhagavat, we all read translations. So this is the special. So try to follow that. If you only know the alphabets, you like that. Okay, the meaning then tells again Yama. He's saying Shukadev praises the glory of the bhakti. The devotion is so high in the last two verses. Now Yama, the god of death, he is talking about the excellence on the path of devotion. See where he chanted above that, the line says Yama and the excellence of the path of devotion. What he says, there are devotees whose holiness forms the subject matter of the songs of gods and demigods, who looking upon all being alike and who have surrendered themselves to Lord Narayana. So there are devotees, he is saying, there are devotees whose holiness, they are so holy and they are having so holy forms. They are called the gods and goddesses. No? Different gods and goddesses, their Sanskrit word is devota. Devota comes from the word dib. Dib means effulgence, light. So here it is said, Te Deva Siddha Parijita Pavitra Gatha. Those people, devotas, the holy people, the those who are having holy divine forms, like all the gods and goddesses. That's why when you get a vision of gods and goddesses, no one sees them in darkness. Even in darkness, they see the bright appearance. Say Christ appears. Christ appears is a bright light around. A form may be there. There is a form, and form is radiant form. Ramakrishna, when he had the vision of Mother, form was Mother Kali, and it was radiant. That is the style of the language. Means Devata means these gods. So they call the secondary gods, because main god is God Ishvara, the creator God. That's why they make a distinction. Creator God, he owns the whole power. These are all powers, distributed powers. In Hinduism, that type of democracy they learned much earlier than the world knew about democracy. No, America is established on democracy, but these ancient sages knew this democracy in the heavenly world. Huh? The God has not to bother about every details. No, there are the education department is there. The Mother Saraswati, she will look after that department. The head Ishvara need not have to think of all the details of that. Lakshmi, you want wealth? Okay, wealth department, finance department is there. Go and talk to them. Mother Lakshmi will take care. You want beauty? Go to Kartikeya. Or strength and war and fire. Go. That is a department, military department. Right? So that's the democracy is in there. But they're all not ordinary people. They're powerful people. They're bhaktas. Bhakta means who are practicing spiritual discipline. They then raise into the divine level or in a heavenly abode. That's why you call demigods. Main god is Krishna, according to them. But Vedanta will say he is called Ishvara, the Lord of creation, who carries the power of creation, sustenance, destruction. He is the total one. In Hinduism, it divides into three. That power, he says, I have no time to do all this. Hey, you are Brahma, you will create. Hey, I give you the power. You will maintain. You are Vishnu. Nah, and you destroy. Shiva. And then under them, then comes all these different gods and goddesses, departmental heads. Vishnu is a creation. In his department is most active. There is education department, finance department, and all the health department. So all departments are there, but they are all divine entities. They control and they help run the whole mission of the God. God's plan. The plan is Ishvara's plan, and everyone is working. Is not a good idea? A good democratic thought that you can think that how scientific. But Vaishnavas only think that Krishna is the main god, all are demigods, as here is said. But demigods means their power is less power. There are entities who are having less power. The power of a police officer is a power. Whose power? It's the power of the government. It's not the man's. The man who is with a dress, you call a police officer. When he is not in the dress, goes in his home, he is a father. He's a brother to somebody. He's a beloved of somebody. No? So, but that dress, costume gives them the responsibility. But the power is the same. The one officer who is the police officer patrolling, and the officer who is the controller of whole state department top, his power is more. So in the division of power, higher power, lower power. That's why our Vaishnavas always say all gods are demigods. Don't worship any demigods.
Like not full minister, not cabinet minister.
That's the point. Very good idea. Chief secretary and under secretary, and then he is under lower manifestation. But they are all power. But why do you go to the lower officer? Go to the higher boss. Krishna Bhakti will say, go to the Krishna is the only boss, so go there, don't go here. We also say, don't go for wealth, prosperity, and beg those departments. You go to the Lord who can give you everything. Only we are not fanatic. That's our safety and guard is that we don't say, okay, if you don't go to Krishna, then you are going to hell. No. Or you don't go to Rama, then you don't go, you go to hell. No. If you don't go to Allah, then you are done. No, we don't say that. You like, you go, but go to the ultimate through this process.
But if you go to the main God only, then what's the point of creating all these people?
But we don't need the main God. Suppose if I need a grant.
Like if every comment and complaint and demand comes to you only in Vedanta society, then you will be in trouble.
Mad.
Then you will say,
yeah. That's why he has divided that. You don't need to go to him. Suppose you need, social security. Do you go to the president of this country to find my social security? Oh, what is the problem? Can you give me $5 more or less? You see, I did that. There is a department, and they will do. So people don't go to him also, not necessary. If my work is done here, why shall I go there? So that's why those who want God only, nothing else, they can go to the root. Those who are pure in heart. Those who have desire, if I have a desire to get some money, for loan, student loan, where shall I go? Shall I go to the president of the country? Oh, there is a student in the university, there is a student loan department, and then they connect with the state government, and there is some, or federal government. So there is a link. So you go to that immediate officer with a plain paper of application, and they say, okay, you bring this, you bring that, and then you get into it. So I need not have to go there. And that needs to reach God is not so easy also. You'll have to go to so many obstacles. But you can finish your work. If I need, if we need some little thing, I go to the immediate person who can deal and help me. So that's why people don't go to ultimate God. And he also does not want, Ramakrishna does not want that you call too many things for him. He said, Baba, I cannot handle it. Go to other person. You come for Gyan, Bhakti, Mukti, knowledge, wisdom, Samadhi, I can give it. But you want other things, go. Other departments are there. So these are the devotees whose holiness forms the subject matter of the song of gods and demigods. Hmm? Songs of gods and demigods, that means they praise whom they praise. Uh, these holy forms, they praise the Lord, and who have surrendered themselves to the Lord Narayan. All of them know the Lord Narayan, God. He is the absolute, and we surrender to him. Do not approach them. I think Bhagavat says, don't approach these demigods. If you want real, genuine, uh, you want to be a billionaire, go to the boss direct. They can give only $500 sanction, a special grant, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, students loan, 40,000. But you want billions, few billions, then you go to the higher department. And no higher department. Oh, every department will say, if you want liberation and freedom, everyone says, oh, I am not capable of sanctioning that. You go to the higher boss, higher boss, higher boss. And the ultimate boss is Ramakrishna. So he says, hmm? So don't go to the lower, smaller units, smaller departments, cabinet ministers, and as you said, you go to the higher and higher and higher powers. Do not approach them. They are protected by the divine weapons of the Lord and are beyond the controlling power of myself, Yama, the god of death and of time. These holy people, those bhaktas, they don't care because they don't want anything from the world. They want love for God only. So they are directly connected with the divine. So they are protected by the divine weapon. What is the divine weapon? No sword, no gun. But the divine weapon is that love for God. And God's love protects them. So there, even the Yama, the god of death, who has the control of every person, while we are living, death is in his hand. No, that's why he is called the god of death. But a bhakta, he has no control over him. Bhakta belongs to God himself. He is protected by God. So the other book translates the same verse in this way, that it is no one is dearly loved of him, nor is anyone a very intimate friend, nor is anyone unloved. Oh, it is, sorry, I'm not. The saints who have resigned themselves to the Lord, that we are talking about the bhakta, who have not likes or dislikes, are glorified in the songs of gods and demigods. Don't go near them. They are protected by the mace of Narayana. Neither I nor Kala the time can exercise any authority on them. That means he is warning that no gods and goddesses, demigods, don't go to trouble a devotee, because devotee belongs to God directly. Uh, your weapon, your force does not work there. Whom God protects, who can do any harm? There is a saying, no? If God protects, no one can harm. And if he does not, then who can protect you?
That's why that frog didn't protest when Rama was putting his arrow and he was hurt.
Yeah, that's a devotee. Okay, next one. Natasa kasachit कश्चिद्दैतं सुहृत्तमो न तस्य कश्चिद्दैतः सुहृत्तमो न वा प्रियो द्वेष्य उपेक्षयेव च न वा प्रियो द्वेष्य उपेक्षयेव च तथापि भक्तान् भजते यथा तथा तथापि भक्तान् भजते यथा तथा शूरद्रुमो जद्वदु उपाश्रितोऽर्थद शूरद्रुमो जद् उपाश्रितो अर्थदः. Okay, now no one is destined. This is the 100 verse number 104, no? 104 verse, its translation goes like this. None is specially dear, nor friendly, nor inimical, nor unacceptable to the Lord. If a devotee seeks him, he blesses him in a manner suited to his approach. Just as the Kalpataru heavenly wish fulfilling granting tree confers the desired objects on one resorting to it. Yeah? No, for you can say God loves someone and does not love equally the other, but no, God's love is equal. But he grants what you want. Someone may want money, he gives money. Someone wants wealth, name, fame, power, they get that. Someone wants even the Shakti, the power, to I will be invincible, like Kamsa, creating terror to the whole world. No, these are comes out of the boon of God's boon, because they do Ravana. Ravana did so much austerity and penance that Mother Durga had to appear, and gave him the boon, whatever boon he wanted. That no one can kill me, I will be indomitable in the world. Give the boon. Not God, not human. No God, no human. I cannot be killed by anyone. I invincible. And he forgot to tell that no man. He thought man is too tiny. If I am invincible by gods, no God can kill me. No demons can kill me. No Rakshasas can kill me. No one in the world can kill me. So he forgot to say no man. That's why Rama has to come in a human form. God has to take a human form. And then he killed through that human form. So they all acquire power by prayer, meditation, and austerities. We hear in the Puranic stories, you go to the Hindu Puranic stories, all these Kamsa and then Jarasandha and all these people who are of evil nature, you can find that they know scripture, but they have utilized it in a negative way as finding energy and power and ruling the country. So God gives everything. Someone asks for money, he gets money. God, like wish fulfilling tree. Know the story of wish fulfilling tree? Eh? Wish fulfilling tree is a mythical story. It's a mythical tree. It is in the heaven, in Hindu mythology. And under that tree, if you sit and ask for anything, any thought comes and it will be fulfilled. You want anything. So there is a story that one man was walking and got very much tired and could not get any food for a few days, and no drink. So he was so tired, and he being tired, he sat down under a tree. And he didn't know that that is a wish fulfilling tree. So he, sitting over there, he said, "Oh my God, oh, I'll die if someone could have given me a glass of water." Suddenly someone came. And yes, sir, please take the water. He thought, my God, acha, good. But I got little drinking water. If I get a good little food, no? And someone immediately brought some food. Then he said, wow, now I have eaten sumptuously. Now if I get a good bed, huh? And a nice bed, someone supplied the nice bed. And then I was thinking, oh, I'm tired, walking so much. If someone could have stroked my feet. So somebody came to stroke the feet. And all this was going on. Suddenly a thought came, oh, it is the end of the forest division. If a tiger comes and eats me, and immediately a tiger came, jumped, and devoured the man, and the man died. Because he didn't know the wish fulfilling tree. God is like that. Look at our life. Millions and billions of people in the world. Everyone has a craving for one thing or the other. Someone wants to be a scientist, someone wants to be an artist, someone wants to be a musician, someone wants, and they're struggling that way. By struggling, mostly they accomplish, some may not. That's a different thing. But you can't blame God for that. Why my situation is bad and his situation is that? Because it says that what you crave or you pray to God and God gives when it comes, proper time comes. You get it. It takes proper time. It does not get a PhD degree in one day. It is this proper time and you get it. But you crave for your PhD. Have you not craved for? Then you have craved for some other thing. A musician does not crave for higher education or thing. They are very engrossed in their music. And then they find who is Gharana, which are the lineage of great name of the Ali Akbar or something like that. And they learn and learn hours and hours, 18 hours, 14 hours. They are doing tabla, they are doing stringed instrument and all this. Even in Western music, people spend hours and hours and hours. No, so you want to be that, you spend your time and you get that, and God provides that. If provided all the obstacles are met with, you become fit for that. So that's why struggle is necessary. So God gives everything, but Bhakta does not want anything. Bhakta wants God only. So that was the point. None, especially you cannot say God is very favorite to this person. God favors you and not me. No, don't say like that. It is nothing dear, nor friendly, nor inimical, nor unacceptable to the Lord. Everyone is acceptable. Whoever comes, God accepts in the way they come. In the Holy Mother. Holy Mother Sarada Devi is accepting anyone coming to her in whatever condition they are. Huh? It is said, Mother accepted everyone in the condition of the person who is coming, not on her condition. Huh? You are a drunkard. You come to me? No, just be sober and pure, then come. No? Holy Mother didn't say. A drunkard came, you are my child. Mother is preparing food and drink, all these things, and taking care equally. And someone like Swami Vivekananda coming, yes, he is also my child. In the condition someone is coming, that is the God's position. God is always like that. Everyone is equal to God. Mother is a manifestation of the divine. That's why we call is God, Goddess herself. No? So therefore you find Girish goes as equal place with that dacoit, Muslim dacoit, who goes and robs and steals, no, and kills people. That's also even the when she was coming to Dakshineshwar and lost in the meadow in the night, and the dacoit accepted that them also. The same way they dacoit, but she accepted her in that condition. But we people can accept only in our condition. I love you so that you can fulfill my condition. If you cannot, then it will be difficult. That's a human. But when it's divine, there is no such thing. Equal acceptance by Divine Mother. Would you believe the same way Nivedita came to India? eh? And in those days, an Orthodox Brahmin of that time, even if you find some Orthodox Brahmin lady comes from remote part of India, eh, they will not touch, they will not take food with you, they will not touch your water even. So they are so born and brought up like that. And mother accepting Nivedita, accepting a Muslim guy, accepting drunkard. In the midnight, one drunkard boy, he used to go pass by, and he drinking. And when he started drinking, what is the time, he does not know anything. So he will come in odd hours, maybe at night, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and he will make a shouting, Mama, open the door, I come, and this and that. And all others will be silently hiding. but when he cries out, Ma, because I am a drunkard, because I have done something wrong, you are taking your face away from me. Huh? And suddenly you see that mother opens the window and blesses from there. At the midnight, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. And everyone avoiding, because it's a disturbance for everyone. But see, God accepts us as we are. That's why the beauty, that there is none is specially dear. You are very dear to me, not like that. It is only you want me, that you feel more attracted to me. If you are pure, then you feel me more. If you are impure, your mind is somewhere else, you don't feel that God is close to me, God is all love to me. I am keeping myself away from him by keeping a veil. This is my problem. God's problem is he is accepting all the time. But we are here always making a separation.
But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling so many times to Arjuna, you are so dear to me, that's why I am telling you.
That's why dear to me means you can understand my message. That's why Arjuna understand the message of the Bhagavad Gita, and he walked and fought so many soldiers in the world, and he became free. That is the way. He was open. Are we open to God? We keep our own ego, our angularities. And keeping that, we say, oh, God is not helping. My simple example, you see the fan was there and you sat over there. You can get the air blast. Air blast is there. If I sit here and say, oh, here is no air blast. You have to open yourself to the air blast. Go. More simple example, the fan is rotating. And I'm sitting just outside the room and saying fan is very partial to those people. You see? Those people are getting there and not me. You come, open, get out all the obstacles. Very, very delicate point. We blame God because Ramakrishna, tell me, Ramakrishna loved Naren. If he gets Naren, then everyone can go away. When Naren comes, Ramakrishna is talking God and this and that, and so many devotees are there. And if Naren, Vivekananda enters, and then he says, okay, now you can go. You're so fascinated with Naren, and we are nobodies. Why? But Ramakrishna said, Naren asked, sir, you don't do that. Huh? What people are thinking. But what can I do? Mother shows that in you, it is only you, in you is God only, manifested. God is everywhere. It is so open. And he is the person who can accept the message. With one message, he can take it and spread over the world. So it is not that Ramakrishna is only attracted. He is attracted to him. He is searching for truth and went everywhere disgusted. And when he found one person, He said, I have seen God and I can show you God. When that story happened, then he felt more attraction and more attraction, not mere intellectualism. He is serious, and here is the person to give. Giver is waiting, giver is crying. Ramakrishna is crying on the roof of the music tower and saying, oh, ye, come, come, who are burdened, know who I am. I cannot stay anymore. Day and night talking about mundane things with the worldly people. You, pure soul, come, come. This God's call is going on all the time. We may not be that pure, but we are here because of His call. His call is going on. Many are called, few are chosen. Again, few are chosen means you choose.
What is that saying, Ramakrishna? The breeze of God's grace is always blowing.
Yeah.
Set yourself.
Set yourself, yeah. Always God's grace is there. But more responsibilities are asked to open up for God. The whole morning till now, we may not get any chance to think of God. But a devotee whose mind is pure, he would have thanked 1,000 times all by this time. Oh God, thank you for the glass of water. Thank you for the quenching of the thirst. Thank you for the beauty of your sunrise. Thank you for the leaves, bright leaves, quivering leaves. Thank you for the chirping of the birds. Thank you for the comfort inside the room. Thank you for the cool. God can be thanked. Those whose mind is open has every opportunity.
Thank you for the hurricane.
Hurricane also. Thank you for the hurricane. That is too much to say. We are not yet got to that level. But you can see at least in the good things and noble things, whatever comes, God's grace. Yeah, that will also happen for a devotee.
You know it's going to perish.
Yeah.
In the
That story, everything God does is for good. That story is there. The two friends were going. One was the prince, another was the son of a what do you call? Minister's son and prince, king's son, minister's son. They were two friends, went in a hunting. They're young, that is the culture of them. So they went on and entered into a deep forest and lost the track. And then when the son of the king or the prince was going through the forest, a certain thorn struck and it is bleeded all over. And this minister's son, he was a devotee. He said, oh, whatever happens is for the good, for the good. And that friend got very annoyed. What? I am bleeding and you say it is God? God is kind. God has given this is good for me. And he got so mad. So both are riding on a horse. And when there is suddenly found that a well and deep well, and suddenly he pushed him and he jumped into the well and fell down into the well.
Who fell down?
The king, no, minister's son. Minister's son was pushed by the king's son because he said, you are bleeding. That has a meaning. It's God's grace. Yeah. What type of thing? My hand is bleeding and is cut and bruised, and you say it is God's grace. Now pushing him into the water, he said, now see, it is God's grace. Ridiculously, or stay there and I am going. And the poor guy remained in the well, sinking and holding and continuing. He has no way to come out. It's a deep one. And then he was going back, and suddenly one group of tantric people, they want a human sacrifice. And there is some system of priests were there, they will get power and energy. So they do that performance. So they are searching for a human sacrifice, and found a prince who can be better than better than anyone, any young man like that fresh, young king and king's prince. So they caught him and took him and then bathed him, and the preparation was ready. The priest then came last moment and before just slaughtering, and suddenly he was checking on and found that deep cut. Then they said, "Hey, whom you have brought? This cannot be offered to God. You want to offer to God, it should be all perfect. But he is already bruised. It cannot be." And he was pushed out. And now he remembered his friend. He said, "My God, this saved my life now." Then he started coming back and trying to where he has his friend he left. He came and he apologetically, he first helped him to come out of the well and then said, begged apology, "Please, I am a fool. I told, yes, this has saved my life. Please forgive me. And I behaved with you such cruelly and I pushed you into the ditch." Huh? And again, they said, "Because you are the lover of God." He said, "No, no, no, don't apologize. You pushed me into the well. That was also God's grace." Huh? How? How you don't understand? If we were together, they will leave you, but they will find me good, and I would have been slaughtered. Is it not God's grace? See, Bhakta, a devotee, can see God's hand even in bad things happening in life. They think my bad karma is going away. If they suffer, my bad karma is wiped out. They take it in a different way. We have not that eye. So devotee's eye is always in a positive thing, that even in suffering there is a meaning. Even in any pain there is a meaning. It's wiping out my bad things. I do not know what is there. How do I know? Consciously, unconsciously, this life, that life, that life. What I did, who knows? In this life, I maybe think that I have not done anything wrong. But who knows what I did in other life? These people who are killing and and torturing and doing so much harm in the name of religion, when they die, where they will go? Who will suffer for them? Those people who are creating trouble for innocent people, in the name of religion, in the name of politics, in the name of whatever, earning money or torturing people, and where this work, effect of work will go? If you say karma, karma has its effect. You bite a chili, your tongue will be burning. It's a formula. So where it will go? So it will come back to him. When it comes back, he does not know. Had it been immediate, that is good, that people could recognize. But because it does not happen all the time instantly, so we cannot make a relation. That's why. But anyhow, my point is that Bhakta thinks everything is God's play, so it is for my good, this thing is happening. So that at least puts a soothing balm in their mind. Oh, I got stuck. So let me read out now. If a devotee seeks him, if a devotee seeks, page 120, if a devotee seeks him, he blesses him in a manner suited to his approach. What you want, God gives you that. As you approach, he gives you that way. There is a story in Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna story, the owner of the press, Basumati press, this man used to come to Ramakrishna. But he's a very good Brahmin, but poor Brahmin. And he asked Ramakrishna about some material benefit. So Ramakrishna gave some one coin, $1 or one, whatever those days. And he started a press printing thing with that money, fundamental core money, seed money. And he built up a big institution which became Basumati Press. And that press was inspired by Sri Ramakrishna, then by Swami Vivekananda, inspired them, and Maharaj and others. As a result, that produced many of the scriptures, which were all obsolete, were not printed. but he used to take those books and print those ancient scriptures. And it's still there, but it is now a newspaper. In our early days, we saw all the Sankara commentaries and rare books of ancient scriptures used to revive and print in that press. That was their main business. But he became a rich guy by Ramakrishna's grace. But Ramakrishna does not grant everyone richness. He says, oh Baba, I cannot touch money, don't come to me.
That's what I was thinking.
What was his name? The devotee?
Satish Chandra Satish Chandra, what is the name? Upen, Upen. Bosumati is the wife's name. Upen Bandhavata, anyhow, Upendranath something. So, after just as the Kalpataru, heavenly wishing grant free, confers the desired objects on one and this. Okay, as we told the story of the story of the wish fulfilling tree, not knowing if you ask anything, the wish fulfilling tree will grant you. So if you go to God and ask anything sincerely, you will get it. But what will you ask for? Little thing or big thing? Most of the people get happy with the little petty things of this life and feel, oh, God is gracious. Okay, that's God. You go to Kali temple in Dakshineshwar. On the wall, I do not know, now they are restricted. I saw when I used to visit, the whole wall is written, Ma, I will give you $1 fruits and candies. Make me pass this examination. Give me a job, I am jobless. I will give you $5 offer. Please find a job. Oh, I am in a lawsuit. Please help me win the lawsuit. So people ask for different things and mother gives them. And someone says, no, I don't want anything, I want you. Huh? Also they get that.
Maybe I'll go and write, I want you, mother.
Right. Tale? No one dearly loved of him, nor is anyone a very intimate friend, nor is anyone unloved, or is an object of hatred, or is negligible. Yet he rewards his devotees according to their advances. Just as the tree of paradise grants the prayers of those who seek refuge under it and beseech it to grant a boon. That means don't say God is partial. God is impartial. Whatever you want, God gives you. So be careful about asking what you want. Thank you. So, is it worth?
So
That was a great class.
fantastic.
It was lovely.
Fantastic.